Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. Today we're back with actress and fantasy author Mary Coe. Hey, Mary, welcome back.
Hey, thank you so much, Sophia. Great to be back.
Great to have you back. And today I want to talk all about social media with you. So, Mary, how do you use social media to connect with readers and build anticipation for your upcoming books?
Yes, so I use social media in so many different ways to help with connecting with readers and with the books. I think the biggest way that I've used social media is through advertising. I have really enjoyed making just a few ads here and there that have connected with readers. Nothing too overstated. I'm not constantly on social media because I think it's important to put the bulk of my creative outlet into my writing. But I think really for me, the most effective thing on social media has been advertising and having like three or four that simultaneously run and just repetitively putting it in front of readers has been really effective for me. But I also love to just play around on social media and have fun. I like to make silly videos if I'm up for it. If it's that time and season in my, writing journey where I can have more flexibility to do that, then I definitely do. But I primarily focus on my writing, and then when I just have my free time and want to enjoy social media and have fun with it, I do that too.
Right. And it is great to kind of play around and see what other authors are putting out there. And you just kind of get,
Absolutely.
yep, you get the music, you get the funny reels that they post, and then you can try and, create a little more traction for your own account by copying, not copying, but copying.
Right, right.
Right.
Getting ideas, getting
Yes.
inspired.
Yes. Now, Mary, what platforms have been most effective in engaging with your audience and why?
I think the platforms that have been the most engaging for my audience have been Instagram and TikTok. The book talk community is huge and so supportive. And I don't think that I would be where I am right now in my writing journey without that community. It's been so awesome. You learn so much about other people's work. And I think, particularly being a new author and an indie author, you need those people that you can reach out to just ask questions to, or even get inspired by, or people who have kind of paved the way in the indie book world. So I'd say those two have been huge for me, and primarily Instagram for sales, I would say, just through advertising on Instagram. I love those two sites so much and probably spend too much time on them if I'm being honest, but they are very effective when you're a new author.
Now, how do you balance promotional content with personal or behind the scenes posts on your social media?
Yeah, so I balance promotional content and personal content essentially based on what is happening in my book world. So, like, if I know I have a release date coming up, that's when I'm really starting to generate the promotional stuff. And I try to do that for like even a couple months ahead of time. And then as that kind of wave dies down, then I'm doing more of the fun, let's connect either author to reader, or let's I love to do giveaways too. I've done a couple of those with sending out books to different readers, so I love to interact with them and let them get involved with, hey, tag a friend in the comments and I'll send you both two free books, signed
Right.
copies of the book. So yeah, I think it's, you got to trust your instinct when it comes to social media, because there is no science, right? The algorithm is the algorithm. You just post as you feel. And I think trying to keep yourself consistent can be tough, but the more you are consistent, the more it does pay off. And it's fun to be able to connect with an audience or even just other authors.
Right, exactly. Now, based on the posting that you were talking a little bit about, I know you talked about doing a giveaway. Have you found success with any types of posts or specific success with certain posts? And that could be not only like reels versus carousels versus a picture post, but character art, quotes, videos that what resonates well with your readers for your fantasy genre?
I think tapping into the aesthetic of your novel is really important. I'm a very I love movies, I love cinematography, and I love the visual aspect of storytelling. And so I think, particularly because my book is about an artist, kind of tapping into what visually is going to be very striking right off the bat for readers when they come upon an ad or they see my face, but they have like a synopsis of what the story is about mixed with images that kind of evoke that emotional response has been really, really effective for me, at least. I think a lot of authors, myself included, when I was first starting, I really wanted to talk about my book a lot, and I realized that that wasn't actually doing me as many favors as it was to just post a synopsis, put some really beautiful images that like hook a specific reader in, and that'll be enough. It really is, it can be a lot more simplistic than I think we trick ourselves into thinking that we need to really sell it. It's like let it just sell itself. Just put something beautiful together that as a audience member yourself, you might find yourself resonating with, and the more visual it is, the better.
That's a great point because of social media and just how visual everyone is. And I think that's fantastic and it's a great note for authors that if they do have a book about an artist or that they could really harness imagery to also build their brand, that's a great
Absolutely.
idea.
Yeah,
Now, I noticed, Mary, that you say DM for a signed copy. Do you charge extra for your signed copies?
I do. Yeah. I charge, I think retail price online on Amazon and barnesandnoble.com. I think it's like 17.99 or somewhere around there. So I charge 22 for a paperback and 36 for a hardcover copy. But what I usually do is I wrap them up all beautiful. I really want it to be like an immersive experience for readers when they open book mail and they have, you know, pretty wrapping paper and a bow, and I, you know, stamp their name on it and I write them a handwritten note and put stickers in. So it's more about them feeling like they are able to connect with the author. And I usually put in like a little mission statement too that says like I wrote this book from a place of confusion and lack of purpose in my life, and I can only hope that for you as a reader reading this book would give you some inspiration to reach for your own greatness in your life. And I think people really appreciate that. They appreciate the little extra touches.
Right. Now, that's a great idea. Do you typically just when it's the signature part in the book, do you just sign it and make it out to the person, or do you customize it more if they want like a note written or anything like that inside the book?
I think it just depends. Some people have said, you know, put your favorite quote in. And I'm like, yeah, for sure, I'll put a quote in. Other times I just write love Mary. And the handwritten note is more where I kind of dive into wanting to connect with them. But for the most part, I have had people ask for quotes, which has been super fun to find different things. But I try to make each one unique, truly. I like the idea of even myself, like receiving book mail is like one of the best feelings ever, especially if it's from an author, because you're getting a real window into their personal touches with this book.
Well, that's great. That's very creative, and it's a great way to connect with your audience. Now, the last question I want to ask you, Mary, is what advice would you give to authors who are hesitant about promoting their work online?
This is such a great question. And to any author who is feeling, you know, trepidation about promoting themselves, let me just tell you, we are all in the same boat. It is very weird to promote your art, but this is something that I'm actually really super passionate about. And I think in recent years, in particular, as I've been promoting my own work, one thing that I heard from another online artist was your social media is not for your friends, it is for your art. And that is an important thing that every artist needs to know, is that we live in an age where technology is your friend. Use it. It is there for you. It will help you in so many ways. I don't know where I would be as a young author without social media. So when you kind of allow yourself to let your ego go a little bit and go, you know what, there's going to be certain friends of mine from the past who might not understand me posting promotional content, or they might even unfollow me. Don't worry about it. Like there is another young man or young woman out there who needs your book and needs your art, and they will come to your rescue. I promise you.
Well, Mary, thank you so much. That was wonderful insight on social media.
Thank you, Sophia, so much. Great to talk to you again.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to today's interview with actress and fantasy author Mary Coe. Be sure to check out our website for more videos. Wishing you all a fulfilling and successful writing journey.